Hi everyone and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today we're going to talk again about client acquisition and why being a good therapist is not enough to get your appropriate clients. So many therapists believe that if they are skilled and compassionate, clients will naturally find them. But in reality, many excellent therapists struggle with something very frustrating. They open a private practice, they build a website, they join a few directories, they are building a blog, they are also creating posts on social medias, and then weeks go by with very few inquiries. This can make therapists question themselves. They start wondering, am I doing something wrong? Am I not good enough? Or is private practice even viable? So here is the important thing. Most of the time, the problem is not yourself. The problem is not the therapist, but the problem is that you were never taught how visibility works in private practice. So in this video, I am really going to explain why many therapists struggle to get clients and what actually works instead. So let's talk about the biggest misconception about private practice, and it is the fact that many therapists believe that good work automatically brings clients. And of course, being a skilled therapist really matters, and being a skilled professional really matters. But before someone can benefit from your work, they first need to find you. And that's quite logical. And this is why many therapists struggle, because most clinical training programs teach almost nothing about how clients search for therapists, how they choose a therapist, what makes them decide to contact someone, and how to talk to your potential client. So therapists often rely on hope, on word of mouth, instead of a system, instead of strategies. So they hope that referrals will happen, they hope that their website will be found, and they hope that someone will recommend them. But hope is not a viable strategy for a long-term private practice. So it's why we are often going to talk about systems, having a system, and we don't need any marketing tricks, any marketing trends. It's really about foundations and really about how to understand your potential clients and how to talk to your potential clients so that they can resonate with the words that you are using. So why many therapists don't get enough inquiries? So there are three very common issues that I see again and again. The first one is a lack of visibility. So many therapists simply are not easy to find online. So when someone searches on Google for something like anxiety therapist near me, well, they will only contact the therapist they actually see. So if your practice is not visible at that moment, well, people cannot see you and cannot choose you. So the second issue is unclear messaging. So many therapist websites describe the therapist trainings and methods in great details with a lot of modalities and features. But potential clients are not searching for therapy modalities, but they are searching for help with a problem. They are searching for a solution. So they want to know things like, can this person help me with my anxiety? Will they understand what I am going through? Do I feel comfortable contacting them? So if your website doesn't clearly speak to their situation using their own words, they may simply move on. So the final issue is a lack of simple pathway to contact you. So some therapists make it difficult for potential clients to take the next step. And sometimes there are even any next steps. So you are doing a lot of work, you are posting a lot of content, but you don't show them the simple next step. So everything that you are doing is useless because there is no strategy, there is no next step just after what you are doing. So there may be multiple pages, unclear instructions, or complicated booking systems. But if there is no next step, or even if there is one, but the next step is not easy, then when someone is already feeling anxious or vulnerable, then even small obstacles can stop them from reaching out. So now let's talk about what actually works. So instead of relying on random tactics, successful private practices usually rely on three simple elements. And the first one, a main one, is clarity. So you need to be clear about who you help, what kind of problems you work with, your process, and the benefits of working with you. So all of this helps the right clients quickly recognize that you might be a good fit for them. Then the second element is visibility. So your practice needs to appear in the places where people are already looking for help. So this might include Google searches, therapy directories, or helpful online content. So the goal is simply to make it easier for people who need support to discover your work. So the third element is a clear and simple next step, first step. So once someone finds you, it should feel easy and safe for them to contact you. And for many therapists, this means offering a simple first conversation, a simple free call where you explore whether working together makes sense. So when these three elements are in place, then getting inquiries becomes much more consistent and easier as well. Not because you're pushing people, but because the right people can recognize your work and reach out when they are ready. So if you are a therapist struggling to get clients, it doesn't mean that you are doing something wrong, actually. It usually means that your visibility system is not fully developed yet, or isn't fully developed. Or isn't developed yet, sorry. So the good news is that this can absolutely be improved. So private practice doesn't have to rely on uncertainty and stress, because with the right system, it can become much more stable and predictable. And that's what we want, to prevent as much as to prevent as much guesswork as possible, so that you don't get overwhelmed in the end, because you will know that for that period of time or that place, you know what to do, you know what to say, and that's what we want. We want a predictable private practice, so that you know that if you do that and if you do this, well, you know that you will get your potential clients and the clients that you want to work with during your whole career. So as always, if you want to meet other therapists and talk about digital marketing, ethics, sales, enrollment methods, systems, and burnout prevention among healthcare professionals, well, you can join the Therapist Café. It's a free group on Facebook, and you can click on the link in the YouTube description. So we will see each other for the next video. Goodbye.